Development plan that's caused major disputes among people who live on our barrier islands is getting to hear from one of the people behind it.
So, I think what people need to understand is why should the community and the island be brought to its knees after every storm?
Today, we got a look at the start of the South Seas Resort redevelopment. Their master plan is to upgrade the resort to be the best in the United States, and that worries the people of Captiva. Wink News anchor Emma Heaton tells us how the South Seas is trying to keep their community in mind.
Islanders against the plan argue that raising the height and density of South Seas Resort will stress the island's roads and other infrastructure. Greg Spencer, president of the South Seas Ownership Group, says it's work that can't be ignored due to vulnerabilities of aging structures, and he believes the people who are against his plan have got it all wrong. On Captiva Island, there are pristine beaches, quaint businesses, and locals like Lisa Reardon who like to live in peace.
I mean, this is a very unique, fragile barrier island.
Only that peace is being disturbed.
We are looking at whatever legal action we could take regarding what the county's actions were.
Used to be, land development code allowed structures to reach only 28 feet above the base flood elevation. In September, Lee County commissioners voted to permit higher building heights in some cases, and an opportunity to increase to a maximum of 45 feet based on the underlying future land use category, or 75 feet if approved through a public hearing zoning action. That means South Seas Resort, which has already started rebuilding on Captiva, can build higher.
It's a very, very small island, and it's very crowded at this point, so we just don't think that it can sustain having the increases that South Seas Resort is looking for.
I think what people need to understand is why should the community and the island be brought to its knees after every storm?
Greg Spencer heads up the South Seas Ownership Group, told me he doesn't want to build up to 75 feet. All he needs is 45. Thursday, Spencer updated us on the redevelopment and showed renderings of what the end goal looks like, including a golf course, water park, condos, and amenities like a fitness center and spa. I asked why build higher when people in the community are vocal. They're against it.
Why not build stuff that is above a flood map, that is resilient, that is current, and that is built to 185-mile-an-hour winds? Why continue to band-aid existing structures?
There is a possibility of legislation being introduced to create a Captiva conservation area. Just last month, State Representative Adam Botana talked about the bill and said they'll work through it in the coming months. Spencer called the legislation unconstitutional. On Captiva, Emma Heaton, Wink News.